This is Junior Cert Assessment item number 3. We've got students in a maths class making up a secret code where unfamiliar symbols stand for 5 different mathematical operations. Here we have them here. This last one in here is to the power of. So we have multiply, divide, add, subtract, and power. I'm just going to write the word power. And then the first one we have here, let's just put in 5. Let's put in the first one's multiply, divide. 5 times 40. That's going to be 200. Something 3 equals 15. That's not going to work. So you can see straight away that won't work. 5 divided by 40. Well, that's going to be a really small number. 5 over 40 doesn't look like that will work either. 5 plus 40 next. That'll be 45. Something 3 equals 15. Yeah, 45 divided by 3 is equal to 15. So trial and error is the only way to start these questions. So let's put in what we have. We have plus for heart. And we have divide for diamond. Or just draw the symbol if you're brilliant at art, unlike me. So now we have to start the next one, 14 diamond 2, so that's going to be 7. 14 divided by 2, maybe write it down, good maths, equals 7. Then we have spade 5, so I'm just going to put a question mark in, 7 something 5, and that's in a bracket. And then this is probably a giveaway here. This is to the power of, what this means is to the power of 2. So that 2 goes there, that's what that symbol means. Equals 4. It can only mean power when it's up there. So 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4, and 7 minus 5 is 2. So that's what they're expecting you to see here. 7 minus 5 is 2 to the power of 2, which is equal to 4. So we have our minus symbol is spade. We have the power symbol is this, what we call a star here. This one that I've just rubbed out. This one here, the star. So that must leave the last one then as multiply, which is the backward element. We'll just draw it like this. So you could check that if you wanted. 4 multiplied by 14 spade 6 would be 14 minus 6. And then we'd have multiplied by 2 equals 64. 4 by 8, 32 by 2 is 64. So you can see it does work for us. Yes, that's correct. And then we're asked to get an answer for a big long line of these in the next part. Let's have a look at that one. So the students' results will be verified by asking them to evaluate this expression. So this means 2 to the power of 3. If you haven't seen it before, you have now. And then diamond, which we have them all over here, is divide. Diamond is divide. So divided by. And the amazing thing about the modern calculators is they'll do BOMDAS for you if you type it in properly. 4. And this is multiply, this backward element. 4 multiplied by 3. Spade is take away. Just take your time with them. You have enough time in an exam. Heart is plus 6, and then that will be 6 to the power of 2. Then we have again the element symbol, which is multiply. 4 heart 1 is 4 plus 1. You could write 5 if you wanted. Then we have this diamond, which again is divide. And then we have 1 to the power of 4. This is 3 times in this question in a bracket. And then this element will be multiplied by 20. Just about fit it in. So we can say 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Divided by. Can we do this in one step? 12 minus 10 will be 2. Plus 6 squared is 36. Multiplied by 4 plus 1 is 5. Divided by 1 to the power of anything is 1 times 20 is 20. So BOMDAS means that this will be done last. or definitely after the divide and the multiply and divide. So we're going to get 8 divided by 2 is 4, plus 36 by 5 is 180 divided by 20 is 9. So just double checking your calculator, the answer is 13. And apologies for the dog snoring. Now, those of you attempting number 4 here of these junior cert assessment items, you will get a difference of 2 squares, which is what they're asking you to identify here. This one has a common factor that looks like 2, and this one has a 12x squared and a minus 24, so there's a bit of work involved. Might use the minus b formula if we can't see how to factorize it pretty quickly. Might actually be quicker to use the minus b formula. So this one's here is the difference of 2 squares. If you are looking at this video and you do not know how to do the difference of 2 squares, I don't know how to say it, then you need to go and look at a video or go to your book and do questions and see how these are done. 12 and 27 have a common factor of 3, which would leave 4x squared minus 9 inside the bracket. So you're just dividing by 3. That's the first step, and when you know how to do it, it seems really easy. Then keep the 3 outside. The only way to get 4x squared is to multiply 2x by 2x. The only way to get 9 is to multiply 3 by 3. And if we have 1 plus and 1 minus, the plus 6x and the minus 6x cancel, leaving just 2 terms inside the bracket. So this is our answer for number 1. Number 2, I'm going to divide by 2. That will leave me by 9x squared minus 30x plus 25. I can see that's 2 is the highest factor that will divide in. So does this factorize? I'm going to try 3x by 3x first. If that doesn't work, I'll go to 9x by 1x. And like the 12x squared, which will have 3 options, I think. Does 5 by 5 work? Normally it does for 25, otherwise it's 25 and 1. I can see 25 and 1 doesn't work. We want minus 30x, minus 15x, minus 15x gives me minus 30x, and then minus 5 by minus 5 is plus 25, so I have my answer. Don't need to go any further. There it is. Now let's see how quickly we can do the minus b formula. Minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. What I want you to do is to try and factorize it while I'm using the minus b formula without a calculator. So off you go. I'm going to do minus 23 plus or minus the square root of 23 squared minus 4 by a, which is 12, by c, which is minus 24, all divided by 2a, which is 2 times 12. So I'm going to get minus 23 plus or minus the square root of 23 squared is 529. I hope I'm not making an error here. Minus minus will give a plus, and 48 24s are 1152. And all of that divided by 24. This works out evenly. Minus 23 plus or minus the square root of, that's going to give, yeah, 1681 is 41. Hopefully you haven't factorized it yet. Minus 23 plus the square root of 1681 is 41. So I get minus 23 plus 41 and minus 23 minus 41 over 24. Have you factorized it yet? I get 18 over 24 and minus 64 over 24. So I'm going to get 6 goes in, 3 over 4, x is equal to 3 over 4, and x is equal to minus 8 over 3. And these are my roots. 4x will be equal to 3 if I cross multiply. So 4x minus 3 would be a factor, as would 3x equals minus 8. So 3x plus 8 would be a factor. And if you multiply these, you will see that they do in fact give the answer we're looking for. So factorize or quadratic formula, you'll get the same answer either way.